I just accidentally paused the video for a moment. Okay. So I tell you, it's hard to focus. It's hard to focus with this shit. It's real hard to focus with this shit going on. And once again, I'm gonna ring the name out: concentration camp. The literal amalgamation of a concentration camp. And it's honestly, I'm just gonna add to the video. This isn't an addition to the video from earlier, because it's still just an explanation of. It's still just an explanation of exactly the same circumstance, the same people. But all right, let's go into Ableton real quick. Even now, I can hear it in my headphones. So. Honestly, I'm not surprised at all. It's so easy to hear this right now. Because they are obviously attempting to make an example of me. Obviously. The thing is, you don't want to go. Let me turn this off. You don't want to turn the gain too high, because if you turn the gain too high, then it starts distorting the sound. And also, it's not entirely necessary. Like, I'm not attempting to sit here and try to take something that doesn't exist or it's minuscule, and I'm going to sit here and attempt to exaggerate it. I'm not going to do that. And it doesn't need to be done. Why would I complain or do any of this for absolutely no attention for years? Why? Why would anybody do this for purposes beyond survival? Why? Give me. I would love a reason. I'm not gonna get one, but I would love the reason. And it's just bad. Like, and I know some people probably will even find it hard to hear that, but if you have the right headphones or the right speakers, you're fucking picking it out. If your ears are trained, you know you can hear this shit. If you're not old, I've noticed older people have a hard time hearing high pitched noises. And what's going on with this? It's like no matter how loud this shit gets, it's honestly just harming my ears, and I'm just gonna lose my hearing. It's I'm gonna lose my hearing. My cat's gonna lose my hearing, or my cat's gonna lose his hearing. It's 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 already a choice I've decided to make based on how they're behaving towards me. Like, I'll lose my hearing over this. Like, I can still make music. I'll still be able to do this. And honestly, that has to be part of the reason why they're doing this at this point. It's literally just to destroy my ears. Because so much of this has to do with some sort of musical competition that doesn't exist and they're making up, and it's just to rile people up so they make albums so these people can ride around on top of them like animals. It doesn't exist. And I'm not, no matter how much these people antagonize me, I'm not going to sit here and turn my artwork and start screaming at them with it. I'm not going to use my artwork to display their hatred or their bullshit and their lies and their pain. I'm not going to do that, and that's unfortunate, because if they weren't so awful and outwardly physically abusive, I could tell a story about them that would help them, and they just would rather not do this, or they'd rather do this. But these are the recordings from earlier, when this kicked on in the apartment for the first time. Oh wait, that is actually, that was actually the second time. Give me a moment. The larger one up here in the second slot was the first time. Once again, hard to focus. I'm also very new to OBS too, so please bear with me. And I'm not new to OBS. I'm new to streaming with OBS. I'm new to recording with OBS. Like, I can't just fly around and change what microphone I'm speaking from or what window I'm speaking through with the audio. I'm just not that good with it yet. I don't have a stream deck. I don't have any of this shit. But honestly, why would anybody want to stream this shit? Why would anybody want to stream this shit? Like, I'm going to, but why would anybody actually want to? Like, I would love a reason, honestly. But so this is the first recording when it first kicked on. I'm just gonna leave the frequency up high because once again I'm talking, making a bunch of noise in the background. I'll start it here. There's an intro, I believe. Give me a moment. It's always interesting finding where the actual frequency is. Okay, so I think I can use my mic out of Ableton and then also listen to Ableton audio. Okay, cool. Oh wait, I need to make sure the mic's off though so it doesn't pick up the audio. I had the mic on, and I didn't think about the mic interacting with the desktop audio. I was like, oh yeah, it might pick it up in the background right now. Okay, so I have to turn the outside mic on and then desktop audio on. And I just want to point out, this is who I am. This is what I'm like. I'm not aggressive. I'm not violent. I'm not anything like that. I'm not a terrorist. Okay. So now I need to turn this mic off and then turn only Ableton on. This is a recording of whatever just happened to the air conditioner upstairs. The fucked up thing right now too is that I I personally can't even really hear it because the sound is coming through so badly in the apartment. I can hardly even separate it from the noise that's actually flooding into the apartment right now. I'm sure it's there. And the thing is too, it's like it's kind of distracting when somebody just keeps turning on some random noise in the background, huh? It's almost like it makes it kind of little maybe too. It's like trying to focus is like attempting to read 2 pages at once with your eyes moving, like sideways in 2 different directions. It's like you're trying to read a English book and then you're also trying to read some sort of manga, and it's almost like it's like really difficult to actually focus on what you're attempting to listen to or something like that. Like even anything. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I just want to point out too. I brought up weed, and once again, they do not like weed. And they're even going to try to demonize what I just said against weed, trying to blame it all on that, even vaguely, subliminally, like from the side eye. It wasn't the weed. I got some shake. I got some shake, very very lower potency, and I took a singular hit. It wasn't that. It's unfortunate. Like they're continually attempting to mask these sounds behind other sounds, like hide it. Like they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, and it's once again really unfortunate. This was a second recording I took. The TV was running in the background at this point because the cat's sitting there, literally like the cat hears it. The cat has no issue hearing it, and I just had some sound to cover it, but this is. And I am remembering to turn the back end microphone off. I just want to point that out, except for the couple times I was intentionally talking over it, but I'll turn it off again right now. Recording of the background sound, or the new sound from the air conditioner with the TV in the background, so the cat has something to listen to. I know you can hear that. I can hear that. That's so much louder. I think I had it pointed in a different direction, my field recorder. Yeah, that was the noise. It was not the television. funny thing is, I was watching a Resident Evil movie while that was going off, and I think that you could hear a little bit of a violin in the beginning of it, but that background white noise, that high pitched like cycle was not was not the television, and the fact that you can literally still pick it out of the sound space even with the television running. Like a lot of my recordings have background noise because I realize it doesn't matter because you can always find the same noise because magically, and this is something I don't think people understand. Um, I will just play this just so it does it visually. Oh, I have the desktop audio on OBS. So this is literally the physical sound waves, and this is a really great way to actually explain this. So it like a sound is a physical thing. A sound is physically moving through mass. It affects mass. It is you can't see it, but then again, you also can't see many spectrums of light. It's the same thing, but people don't say light doesn't exist. And people don't say like infrared doesn't exist because you simply can't see it with your eyes. It's silly and kind of ridiculous, especially when people know they have different ranges of hearing. That's a known thing, and there's been an argument here where it's as this is happening, they attempt to convince me that nobody else can hear it, and because nobody else can hear it, it'll never be solved. And it's just, that's not accurate. It's not acceptable. It's not okay at all. But this is a perfect example here. Let me move this too. There we go. So this is now floating up here. So this is the entire sound spectrum, and you can see down here. This is actually a lot better. But you can see down here that it shows you the hertz and the dBs, which is the level of sound that's being pumped out. Even the note, because all of frequencies are notes. So, like 67.6 kilohertz is a C sharp. Like that's just how everything is. All sound is a note to some degree in some way. And you can capture this stuff physically. Like you can look at it, you can see it. It creates a trail. It creates physical evidence that you can record just like this. And if you have it paired with the actual audio, it doesn't matter if someone can hear it or not. It doesn't matter if you can't hear it. You can physically prove that there's a sound, and you can physically prove that it's there. And like this is what an audio investigation is and would do. And a professional audio investigation would end up finding the same results. And they've been, once again, when I say they, it's whoever happens to be pushing this towards me. There's been a very severe effort to gaslight me. That it's either just part of my ears, it just exists, it's just blah, 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 blah. But it's all of those gaslights come down to one singular idea, and it's to accept that it's there. It's to accept that it's there. It's to be trained by it, because that's what it is. It's a dog whistle. And they let me know that that is what it is, and they consider me their dog, inhuman, subspecies, less than them. Me, a human being, is considered less than another human being. And it at this point, it's almost as if it's just because I create music or something. Like they have this weird complex, and it's very similar to Animal Farm, where especially male artists seem to be viewed as dogs, and they are essentially treating them like dogs. And you wouldn't believe this because these people are putting on shows, and these people are in front of people, and a lot of them are getting paid. A lot of them are successful, and they're considered dogs, literal dogs. These people will beat you like a dog. These people will smack you on the fucking nose like you're a dog when you don't do something they like. These people think you're their property. And it's It's once again just to be repetitive. Disappointing. 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 But I'm gonna upload this, and I'm literally gonna start streaming this shit. I think I mentioned it in the video before I accidentally hit the stop recording button. But this will not continue like this. This will get taken care of. I will call emergency work orders on these people endlessly until something happens. But yeah, I'm gonna just start streaming this because honestly, this is my fucking life. They're doing this to me. This is my life. This is literally where it is. And it's a long dark tunnel to a much better place, and it has nothing to do with me dying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here for a long time, and they can beat me all they want. They can put propaganda in front of me all they want. They can take their name and put it on as much shit as they want and put it in front of me to try to intimidate me, or to, once again, consider me subordinate to them. And by them, I mean these two specific families, specifically one family who's doing this. Because they're manipulating a monopoly right now to basically attack people for them. And I'm not okay with it. And I don't think anybody else should be either, because they're doing it for absolutely awful reasons. They aren't good. They're hurting themselves. They're hurting everybody. They know this. I think, I can even know without going online. Like, I'm taking a break from a little bit of social media right now just because it's so toxic. And honestly, I'm probably going to make some sort of propaganda video about propaganda. It's not going to be a propaganda video because I really have nobody to spit propaganda for, because I really disagree with most people nowadays. And I disagree with a lot of what's going on in front of me too. And I'm just going to continue breaking it down because it deserves to be broken down. But I guess this is the start of my streaming career and my actual career, my artistry career. This is how it begins. Yeah, at least it begins.